I thought that was
all right. You mean business? I'd like to call the meeting to order at this time. I would ask everyone to please rise. Councilman Whitney Venable will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by prayer.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessings you've given us in the city. Please wrap yourself around our hearts and minds and make decisions.
Roll call.
Venable.
Here.
Dorman. Stock.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Meadows. Here. Beach.
Here.
Hurt.
Here.
Carter.
Here.
Hearing of citizens' comments at this time. If you have come and would like to make a comment, we ask that you do step to the podium at this time. And we do have Mr. John Baker and a guest of his with the Boonville Community Foundation to make a presentation.
Madam Mayor and Council, thank you for the chance to stand here in front of you tonight. I'm John Baker. I'm the Executive Director of the Community Foundation of Central Missouri. Our office is in Columbia, and we are proud to have a partnership with the City of Boonville and the creation in the last few years of the Boonville Community Foundation. This fine person to my left is Marcia Pfeiffer, a citizen here of Boonville. She's a financial advisor for Central Bank of Boone County, works in Columbia, but lives here in Boonville and has a keen interest in things going on in Boonville. She serves on our board as our Boonville representative to the Community Foundation of Central Missouri. Well, the reason why we're here is because we've been aware of the City of Boonville and some hard work that your citizens have been doing for a year and a half or almost 2 years now to raise a critical mass of money towards the potential construction in the future of a new animal shelter facility here in Boonville. So there was some money put in at the beginning, there were fundraisers that were happening, there were many citizens working with neighbors and friends and nonprofit organizations to collect funds. And about 6 weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago, the fund collection kind of flatlined at around $48,200 of a goal of $50,000. So the money was about $1,800 short. So we watched that for a while. And I reported to our board, where Ms. Pfeiffer serves, and said, you know, wouldn't it be great if we could just write a check to fill that gap from Community Foundation funds and reach that $50,000 goal? Well, in the meantime, some faithful Boonville citizens raised about $500, and that came into the account. And then, after I was authorized to write a check, there was another fundraiser in Boonville from fine Boonville citizens, and lo and behold, we went from $48,200 to $50,244 without our check being necessary. So excellent work, City of Boonville. But our board still wanted to help. So we have the check tonight for $1,450 because we adjusted things, but we wanted to give this to the City of Boonville to help with the animal shelter construction project, to make sure that it happens and to maybe improve the front door with some extra money. So Ms. Pfeiffer, feel free to present the check.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that so much, and even after we raised it. Let's come out here. Marcy, would you come forward also?
Now we know why she's here.
And the new total now is $51,694 in contributions just for the shelter. Absolutely.
Good for you.
Yes, good job, Marcy. Okay, any other comments from the public? Doesn't look like we have anyone else here. Approval of the minutes. You've had those over the weekend to look at. And any changes or corrections or questions? Hearing none, they will stand as presented. Consent items. We have two this evening. A pay request from Cody Martin Excavating in the amount of $95,781.20 for soccer fields, and a change order from Cody Martin in the amount of $0. Do I hear a motion?
Mayor, make motion to approve.
Okay, do I hear a second? Thank you, Mike. Questions or comments? Roll call.
Venable,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Presentation of accounts and claims. Ms. Teresa, when you're ready.
Ordinance appropriating money be it ordained by the council of the city of Boonville as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of paying salaries and various accounts against the city of Boonville, which have been allowed by the council at the regular meeting thereof on November 6, 2017, the sum of $422,776.50. General fund, $100,226.66. Sanitation, $18,240.42. CIP tax, $4,380.52. Waterworks, $119,787.86. Capital projects, $10,089.02. Wastewater, $76,292.35. Tourism, $22,516.12. Gaming, $42,534.10. Parks and Water, $28,709.45. Section 2. The accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks on the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above, amounting to $422,776.50, being the total amount of money above appropriated. Section 3. This ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage. First reading on November 6, 2017, read for the second time the 6th day of November 2017, since a copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Second reading, title only.
Ordinance appropriating money.
Mayor, make motion to be approved.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Ms. Whitney. Roll call.
Venable,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
New business. Item A, first reading of bill number 2017-033, accepting and approving an agreement with Miko Engineering Company.
An ordinance of the city of Boonville, Missouri, extending a new agreement for professional engineering services to Miko Engineering Incorporated.
Okay. Consider approval of highway road salt bid for fiscal year 17-18. Mel, do you want to, you had a memo that's pretty self-explanatory. Do you have any other?
Yeah, I wanted to point out that if you look at the past year's bids, Cargill De-icing bid this year what the winning bidder, Compass Minerals, bid last year. So I'll predict that next year when we do this, there'll be a very similar pennies spread.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for ML about his recommendation of Compass Minerals?
We'll move to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Morris. Any questions? Roll call.
Venable,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Item C, consider accepting proposal for furnishing lift station pumps. Here again, ML has provided a memorandum spelling out a lot of details about this, and also makes a recommendation for accepting the proposal from Alliance Pump and Mechanical. Do you wish to make any further
No, ma'am.
comments?
Any questions?
Okay. Ned?
Just quickly, we have 2 pumps we need to purchase now.
Well, they're working and they're operational now. But they're no longer, the whole point is they're no longer supported. And these are in the lift station, the large lift station number 1 down by the casino, and the large lift station number 2 down on Rule Street. So they're our most critical lift stations with our largest pumps. So those lift stations can tolerate the least being at something other than full capacity. So that's how we targeted those 2 lift stations to start our planned replacement of those Gorman-Rupp J-Series pumps. And to do it in manageable budget bites, we chose to do 154 horsepower and in each lift station, and then follow-on fiscal years we'll do the remainder of the 54 horsepower pumps in those lift stations, and then eventually we'll get into the 160 horsepower pumps in those lift stations. So that's what we're going to do. The lift stations are operational, the lift stations are working, but all it takes is some catastrophic failure of those Gorman-Rupp pumps and we're down hard. So we're trying to head that off and doing a replacement of those Gorman-Rupp J-Series pumps.
So essentially what we're doing is getting the pumps now, putting them in inventory, and then when it's necessary, we can make the change.
Yeah, we can tolerate a little bit of I guess you would say a casualty, because Bernita has stockpiled a number of parts, but those parts, we've now done it for 18 months, 2 years, those parts are starting to wear or go away on us. We've used those parts. So we need to get on with this.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for ML? I would entertain a motion. Anybody's in the mood? Morris?
Make a motion to be approved.
Okay. Do I hear a second? Second. Thank you, Susan. Roll call.
Venable,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Item D, first reading of bill number 2017-035, authorizing STP Urban Program Agreement with Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, authorizing execution of a STP Urban Program Agreement by and between the City of Boonville, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Okay. Reports of standing committees. Housing Authority, Morris.
We have standard good committee meeting. Everything's going good.
Okay. Parks and Rec, Vanessa is not here, but they had minutes. Does anyone have any questions? Kate could probably answer anything you wanted to know.
The guidelines, excuse me.
Go ahead. Yes.
All right. The guidelines are pretty self-explanatory. I couldn't find any reference to what's in this recreational bag. Did I miss that, Kate?
It was in past minutes, but that's okay. It basically, there was a recommendation that we would have a bag available that citizens could check out that would have frisbees, wiffle balls, so sort of if people were at Harley Park or something, they could check out this sort of recreation bag, maybe lawn bowling, I don't know, just sort of those kind of games that you would be playing at your park or at a family reunion, and so then anyone could check them out. So Paul and I have been sort of slowly working on the physical bag, and Mr. Turner graciously volunteered to kind of help do the guideline part. So
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Board of Public Works, Susan.
That meeting was canceled.
Okay. Street and Alley, Mike.
I was actually not able to attend that, but the meeting minutes are in the packet.
Okay. They did have some public comments that they acted on. I don't know, ML, if you want to, or are there any questions about that?
At the public comments, there was a request that the board consider recommending removal of the north and southbound stop signs on 3rd at Vine. I'm going to bring that back to the board as an agenda item at a future meeting. And then the board asked to get a recommendation from the police department, and I have that from the chief and the deputy chief. And actually their recommendation is to leave the stop signs there. So I'll pass that on, and that'll come back up as an actual agenda item for the board.
Okay.
Quick question, Mel. When we do the renovation of Main Street that was, we're going to vote on at the next meeting, does Street Alley get involved in the bypassing and how we're going to bypass traffic while we're doing that construction, or not?
Well, Street and Alley doesn't get involved in details or operational sort of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So that'll be up to the crews to do, just to do that individually as they're moving down.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. Fire board. Ned, fire board.
Oh, nice clean meeting, and the minutes are in there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looks like the chassis for the new fire truck or the pumper truck is in Springfield, and maybe by the end of the year we'll have a little something to put under Tim's Christmas tree. I don't know. Is that right?
Kind of like.
Kind of like that? Okay. It's good. Takes a long time. Reports of city officials. City administrator. Earl?
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, I have nothing. City councilor?
I have nothing, thank you.
Economic developer.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. My report is on page 45 of your packet. The first item is last Thursday, the Municipal Facilities Authority hosted a housing forum that was on the State Fair Community College campus. Several of you were there. And this was the commencement of a public discussion about housing in Boonville, and in particular new housing in Boonville. And several points were raised over the course of that meeting, and more than 50 people attended, so it was very well attended. And that report will be forthcoming to you at some point in the future, probably about a month from now. But I think it was fairly informative, and probably is just this first step on a journey to see what can be done to address perceived or actual problems in housing in Boonville. So anyway, that was last Thursday evening. Last Tuesday, the Nordine plant was as I previously advised you, the Nordine plant was under contract. The sale closed on that last Tuesday to a company called Big Industrial out of Kansas City. They have hired Cole Potter to be their representative here in Boonville to keep security on the building and maintain it, and is now the local property rep. And so there's more and more activity out there. Big Industrial is already hiring people to come in and do structural work, remediation work on paint, those kinds of things. So there will be it will be quite the hotbed of activity. And I do know that Big Industrial is meeting with a prospective tenant as soon as tomorrow. So they are going to be marketing this building as we expect, I think. As you see on page 45, a number of ongoing projects, several that we didn't have any properties that qualified. And then on page 47, I'll draw your attention to a special meeting of the Missouri Economic Development Council, District 4. You are invited to attend a meeting with the director of the Missouri Department of Economic Development, whose name is Rob Dixon. So they ask us to pass that along, and you're certainly welcome to attend. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jim. City Clerk?
I have nothing this evening, thank you.
Miscellaneous? Anyone miscellaneous? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.